Let's begin what's trending in the United Kingdom. Following the arrest of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu, the UK Parliament says it is now set to commence a debate on the repatriation of the separatist leader. In a parliamentary schedule posted on its website, the date set for the debate is Wednesday, July 7th. According to the document, Lord Alton of Liverpool will be raising the issue at the House of Lords and will query the Nigerian government on the separatist leader's transfer to Nigeria. The British government had said that Kanu, who was traveling with a British passport, was not arrested within the United Kingdom's territory as controversy continued to trail the circumstances and where Kanu was repatriated from.
Alright, Igbo Mozo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and where you are watching us from. Here, that's from Konyechiri, yes, zero. You see, when I talk about Nnamdi Kanu release and everybody, a lot of people come out and say, man, this all fake video, man, this all AI. Well, I'm at Kunu into no, Grene, this state. Then after that, Uno Bakawana ho, the enemy. Or hey Biafra in the comment section. Get the question at last. Nnamdi Kanu is free at the comment section. And they one most important thing again. One, also what this message. Yes. While you're not also want this message. Because the time about always look that the British government have decided to put their mouth in this Nnamdi Kanu ongoing case, and which has been scheduled on June 7th. But do you know the funniest part about it? Agrola will touch how he was arrested, as we all may know that Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. So this case is not really going to be solved for Nigerian government. Rather, they will be forced to do what they don't want to do, especially if you have never been released since that June 7th. Because with the pressure that is coming out up and down, Nnamdi Kanu will be released before that June 7th. Or if not, there will not be any election in 2027. Well, sit tight, watch this video to the end, and don't forget to share this video to your friends and loved ones and all to your social media platform. After that, there's this other video that I would also love to share with you people. But sit tight and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you.
Let's begin what's trending in the United Kingdom. Following the arrest of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, the UK Parliament says it is now set to commence a debate on the repatriation of the separatist leader. In a parliamentary schedule posted on its website, the date set for the debate is Wednesday, July 7th. According to the document, Lord Alton of Liverpool will be raising the issue at the House of Lords and will query the Nigerian government on the separatist leader's transfer to Nigeria. The British government had said that Kanu, who was traveling with a British passport, was not arrested within the United Kingdom's territory as controversy continued to trail the circumstances and where Kanu was repatriated from. In another development, Kelechi Madu, the Minister of Justice and Solicitor General of the Government of Alberta in Canada, has slammed the Nigerian Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, over the rearrest of the IPOB leader. In a post on his LinkedIn page, Kelechi wrote that if reports that Kanu was abducted were true, Malami was not only a disgrace to the rule of law, but was also not worthy to be a public officer, and called on world leaders to apply appropriate sanctions on Nigeria. Well, there are two sides to this story. The Nigerian government will argue that Kanu is a Nigerian, and we as a sovereign state have the right to treat their citizen in the manner which they deem fit. But you know that Kanu is also a British citizen, and so...
Because I will reveal to you today that one of the biggest issues with the Nigerian state and Nnamdi Kanu is that they couldn't get him to promise that he would renounce his agitation for Biafra. That's the biggest problem. That was his main crime. They said it, if they even proposed to me that I should go tell him to enter his defense, and if he enters his defense, then if they release him, he should promise that he will form a political party and participate in politics. And if he can do that, they will have no problem with him. He said no. I want the Biafran, I want my region to be different from Nigeria because Nigeria doesn't, cannot support our aspiration for greatness. Now, my caveat is that I am opposed to breaking up Nigeria. I'm a Pan-Africanist. But I have seen, read, and known that it is not a crime for people to seek self-determination because what we want is not what they want. They want what they call a political solution. A political solution is that you jail him first, and then we'll beg you to free him on certain conditions. So that tag of less convict, they wanted it badly. All of them are agreed on that. The question is, how did they release him? Nobody can tell you when they will release him. They don't plan to release him because of his refusal to endorse their political agenda in the Southeast.
I don't see anything why his continued detention, quite frankly, especially as the courts have granted him bail. Government must obey the law. Rule of law is an intrinsic asset that we must cherish and live with. And I've said I'm going to discuss with every agitator. And I use the same opportunity to plead to government to ensure that all those who are in similar conditions are released and discussed with. We're a democratic government. We shouldn't be doing things that are arbitrary. All those who are being held because of, say, NSAS protests and everything, or because of freedom of speech or journalists, should please be released immediately.
Alright, Emma kwuru that Nigeria is fighting the wrong battle, and then that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sentencing was the wrong movement that Nigeria has ever made as a country. Yes, because jailing Nnamdi Kanu was the wrongest movement that I have ever made. Ignorant, like they do say that ignorant is not an excuse before the law or him in Nigeria, because assuming that they were so hurried to jail him, but assuming that they have been listening to his broadcast since he is inciting violence and terrorism and through his broadcast, so assuming that they listen very well properly to his broadcast, say that Biafra will come even faster when he's not alive or when he's properly in prison. But you see, these people are so adamant, these people are so dumb that they can't comprehend what is coming their way. Now what is really happening now every international community, every high profile individual are now more interested in Biafra and the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I could see what happened in US Congress where Raymond make emphasis about the sovereignty of Nigeria and say that Nigeria have already expired since 2014, and still yet these people couldn't understand and comprehend a little simple something that has been going on. Now what is wrong with Omotosho? Now what is wrong with Malami? You can't eat your cake and have it. The karma that the evil that you do before others will definitely visit you through karma, and the karma is now befalling upon them, and the worst part is that they don't know where to go. Yes, they say that Iroko is not even angry because it was caught, but he was angry because when he looked at what caused it, it was wood. So you see, they are not even crying because of they are jailing them. Now they are crying now because they feel like their safest caban are the one that betraying them, putting their name out, for public caricature. Well, I don't have anything to say. I want you to go back and listen to this video again, then share your opinion on the comment section, and don't forget to write "Oh Hey Biafra," and don't forget to write "Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu" at the comment section. Thank you and God bless.